Hello, hello, and welcome to an update on my game. So, as you can see, there's stuff that works, and it's all well and good. Not necessarily literally all well and good. I spent a day just kind of buggering around with this error I was getting when changing races as a client, and ended up putting it back exactly the way it was before, because everything I did made it stop working, and I stopped getting the error. But now I'm getting the error and it's still working, and it's based on whether or not it's checked as reliable. Obviously my frames suck right now because I'm running 4 instances of the game and streaming, but I think these characters are pretty cool that they made. And as you can see, the inventory stuff, it all works like I was showing off yesterday as well. I guess the key thing is that, that bug I had yesterday I cleaned up, so it's good to know that. And I'm leaving tomorrow for a trip for a week anyway, so it's just good to have the game in like a working as intended state. I do have this error of pressing the button right after you've dropped something. That's something I have to work out. But it's not causing any game-breaking stuff. It's just sort of like, I don't know. I've probably got a few errors in the screen because I spammed the drop button. So there's stuff that obviously I have to do, but this is more of just a quick video to say, hurrah! Everything's cool, pretty good. This dude. My Minotaur, white hair. And if I play on the server, things are generally smoother. Like this stance, and he's turning with the mouse. So there's, various things that I need to address overall. But I don't even really feel like streaming for long. I doubt anyone's even going to hop on here. I just wanted to make a video, like a quick short video, to show that it's like, that it's cool, that it works. And, swords aren't falling through the landscape. I fixed that with various things. It's cool how it lands on its tip first, and then drops. So, yeah, I don't know. I love role-playing games. I'm really excited about all the races that I have in this, and multiplayer functionality and all that, so, check out my movie. That's not really why I'm making this, but gotta be said. Worked on it for a while and stuff. It takes place in Eastern and Western Europe and New York City, and we filmed it, like, right after shit kind of broke out real bad out there. At least it's right after we heard about it here. I had already booked the flights and everything. Greece and Macedonia, Romania, and we landed in Greece. And the news kind of hit us a week before our flights took off. So I had already booked everything. Actually, I think I booked everything, and then like the day after or something, I got some headlines about. Yeah, I mean, like I knew that obviously the region's wasn't doing perfectly well, but it literally it wasn't really a news topic until, anyway, that kind of was, like many things in life, a challenge, but still going on there. So it's been a couple of years. It's all over Europe. Yeah, I don't really have anything important to say about it, unfortunately. Kind of bad about that. But beware, beware, beware. Look out, look out. They're everywhere. Check out this sunset. Should probably try playing it with like just one character, so you can get some cool frames here. It's fun watching the sunset and stuff. Yeah, so I could kind of show off some of my blueprints, but I don't think they're really good enough yet for anyone to. Maybe you could learn off of it and take it further, but I'm going to try and take it further too. It's pretty straightforward. I would like it if you guys post comments asking questions. I could, I could be like, oh, that's what somebody needs to learn about, and I'll post a video So while I'm gone for a week, if anyone wants to ask questions on the comments of this video, you know, about how I did anything, like how I make the landscape work, how I did the layers with it, how I did the nighttime, make the stars brighter. It's all one thing after another. The stained glass windows and spawn. So yeah, let me make a new character. So this video has example. See, like I said, I'm still getting the error, but it works. It's the same exact thing. And then what is this? Simulate physics collision is enabled as incompatible. So it's like whatever. Got one character. Okay. Let's call it 11. Let's see. Great frame rate. Cool stuff here. Let me see how it looks full screen if it gets choppy on the stream. 'Cause that's what happens sometimes. It looks good on my screen, but I watch the stream and it's like crap. Oh, it looks okay. I'm watching the stream. Just caught up. Actually, it looks fine. I wonder if they changed anything. Fixed anything. Yeah, so that's cool, right? Got this light shadow flickering from this light. So the stained glass is projecting RGB light functions. Yeah, that was fun. But these are just from these are physics-based cloth from the medieval assets. This is not volumetric fog, this is just basic fog particle effect on the ground. Looks fine. You can jump really high as this guy too. As the free spirit. And the smoke trails is a cool thing. Oh, it's gone. But anyway. Here's an elf. Let's go with a lizard man. Lizard woman. Black lizard. Maybe I could put multiple colors in for these, but this is a binary sub-race for now, so there's just 2 race choices for each race. How's that for weird? I would like red in there, but that's the best I could get, so I need to russet. It's based on the hair things that I got already. Actually, let me see how black and red looks. It's interesting. The lighting on her looks pretty awesome. So the blue lighting from over here, so that's flickering shadows, flickering intensity. So you can see the ambient glow is flickering naturally. So that's a blueprint I programmed some math into, and it runs pretty smoothly. It'll be even better when I make it, whatever you call it, nativized, or whatever it is. So let's hop out here. And I'll have to play a cutscene when you hop out, because the grass doesn't load up for a while. Anytime you teleport, there'll have to be some sort of like loading for like whatever it is, unless you want to just, maybe there'll be an option, disable grass loading screen. So the sunset's awesome. So that's actually mostly default settings, but I had to do some stuff with turning it off at night, so that once you get past a certain point, it stops shooting beams up from the other side of the planet, which was kind of fun. So as you see, it just kind of will, I'm watching those beams up there. Keep track of them. You'll see one up there. Yeah. So it's still kind of shooting up through the ocean, so I might need to make it earlier that it stops doing that. Does it even stop doing that? It's like nighttime and there's sun rays coming up from the ocean over there. Still barely. I think I have to address that issue. It's still on. I'm waiting for it to like stop. at some point. Maybe just time moves slowly. Hey, what's up, Dragos? I'm just kind of looking at the sunset. There's still this light coming from the sun. So that's something to work on in the future. Go get some stuff here. So this has a rep color notify on it, but I don't have the color changing option yet. So when I put dyes in the game, it can change your colors and stuff. Oh, let me drop that. There we go. So now we're pretty badass. It still flickers a bit here, but I think it looks better on the stream. Let me see. I'll just make it like this. Yeah, now it doesn't flicker at all here. That's way better. I mean, tiny bit of flicker. Oh, I didn't put drop programmed into that button yet. Where did it go? I'm pressing Z, which is like my find objects in the area button. Must have slid down here quite a ways. Bet it went into the ocean. So anyway, like I was saying, this is just kind of like a happy little video of my game working as intended so far. I don't know where the sword went. I'm looking for it. I'm not going to do any work today, because what happens when you try to do work is you run into difficulties, and I'm leaving for a trip tomorrow, so I ain't trying to be difficult today. Just messing around. What's best around kind of like play testing, if you will, even at this really early rudimentary stage, you think about things like climbing up walls. I want to put like a grappling hook, like a traditional D&D rope climbing thing, where you can just hook up and it'll be like a slow ascent. You know, like you're reeling yourself in, maybe play an animation of your hands. That'll be fun. And then there's like a great rope physics in Unreal Engine like default, so it'll just be a matter of like turning it on. Basically, it's like already programmed in there. All I have to do is like make a rope between here and there, and then pull a character up. It'll be like 2 seconds. So that's something I definitely want to do. So all this flowers and stuff are programmed in. I didn't place anything by hand. I made it so the flowers pop up on flatter areas and not in steeper areas, and the grass completely disappears in steeper areas. All of this is procedurally generated foliage, and the landscape itself is actually procedurally generated. I used World Machine, so I didn't hand design any of this, but it's all original, unique. You know, I adjusted little knobs left and right to make various changes and stuff. That's a really fun program. There's a fog out here, which makes the nice finishing touch, I think, because before you'd see like the edge of the ocean. It's like a huge immersion breaker, but just like this, it's like that's the spawn area. So theoretically, in the real game, what's going to happen is maybe you'll land out here on this little starter island, and based on which path you chose, you'll have like a different little weird mythological story here. But actually, you wake up from that, and it's also just a dream, and you're in your real life, like after having learned how to play the game. Maybe. Maybe I just throw you in there, because I don't like things like press E to do this or that. It just, I don't know, kind of breaks the game. I think there should be like a narrative tutorial, like a kind of like welcoming you into the world of the game, the idea of what you do as a character, and not like how you do it with the buttons and stuff. So as you can see, I also have I'm trying to look down at my character. It's nighttime. I have the hand with the sword swinging up. It's like just the camera is just attached to the character's face, more or less. There you can see the whole costume and everything. I made it so when you roll out the mouse button, roll in, 2 seconds later, if you keep rolling, it'll go to first. So you can, like, same with going out, you can just keep rolling. Anyway, and I'd like, you know, first person, third person, combat mode, which has some rolling animations, I believe, on C. Yeah. Dodging animations. And it depletes the stamina bar. You can see down here. The stamina bar refreshes. Like, that's all good. When you run while in combat mode, also depletes stamina. If you go out of combat mode for a little while. It's still regenerating in the background. So you can run while not in combat mode and not deplete the bar. When you start running while in combat mode, it's depleting the bar. And it's not that big of a huge difference. And then when you're out of combat mode, I think it'll be like much easier to hit you. So you might get out of combat to run away a bit, but you suffer penalties to attacks, to defense. And then, you know, turn back around, run a little bit here. The dodging using the thing, I'm not sure about. I want the animations to play when you actually dodge an attack by dice rolling. I don't like the action dodge thing. So the stamina bar thing is just an idea of anytime you use an ability that does deplete stamina. So that'll be like more for attacks, really. I think that's what it'll do. It'll be attacks, use up stamina, and that's your like refresh timer. Your ability cooldown timer is simply a recharging stamina meter. Hey, Michael Weinier, how you doing, man? Long time no see. Check it out. Oh, it's in my left hand. I didn't put it on the button there. I have to go pick something up. But as you can see, this is just the server right now, but it does all the functionality on the server and client. And it made my menu looks much better. The buttons are in here instead of the pop-up menus. That was what was throwing me off, was I was passing a variable through way too many different things. Ta-da. And it doesn't fall through the ground. Oh, I'm holding it again. It's in the grass. Oh. I actually had a comment from Dragos before he signed off. I should have thanked him. He said my work looks cool. I don't even see it in the chat. Whatever. So how you doing, dude? So yeah, this is technically the same functionality that I had originally a while ago, but the fact that it works in multiplayer is the key, so I might as well show it off like that. Let's do like... Okay, so that's that item 7. Yeah. That's probably the falchion that dropped into the ocean and fell underneath the Z-axis and got destroyed. So that's a thing. Yeah, see, it's not... If you destroy an item like that, it gets all messed up. So, of course, nothing works perfectly, ever. Let's do a show from scratch to see, before I cause any errors myself. Because it's saving a reference to something that no longer exists at that point. So here we'll do 2 characters. And watch down here, see if I get any errors on the client when I change characters, because I was getting a weird error. Like here at this point. Let's make it, I have cool elf color hair on here. Moon elf. Oh, so now I've made it so it's not interactable while closing. Technically, if you spam the button enough, you can do that. You can get it, but better than before. So that's nice. I know it's been a while since you watched. Video's not up. Oh, there's the chat showed up. Now that I typed something. I know the microphone's working because I just used it myself. This is the same mirror. I wanted to change the race. There we go. Probably have more fun just playing with 0 features than like other games. So here's on the client. I should have done 3 characters actually, so you can see client seeing another. But yeah. You can see that. So, the item save thing is something I have to continue checking on errors. But when there's no errors, like if I don't drop something under the ground, you can see I've picked up most of these things. We'll drop the falchion randomly here. I'll drop 2 falchions randomly here. And let's drop some bags randomly here. And, whoa, 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 whoa. Physics. Did it disappear? I think what happens when it disappears, or it looks like it disappears, is you actually just have to walk into it. Well, let's see what happened. I don't really know. That might have corrupted the save. Alright, we left some stuff here. I'm carrying a bag in the left hand and a falchion in the left hand. So let's come back in with 3 characters. Yeah, the physics error. Let's see, this might be messed up. Moon elf, falchion left hand. Bag in left hand. These objects are here. Yeah, it looked like it worked fine. Even though that item... Oh, no errors. Here's my lady. Falchion in the left hand. Various swords and bags on the ground. Make another one. This one I have 2 clients to see each other. So you know what? Actually, you know what's funny is now you see... Oh, I didn't make any characters on this time. Yeah, so no errors from this. Might get an error from hitting the statues, but it still works. Causes the particle and the sound. So that's so confusing how it's... Sometimes it gives you an error saying it doesn't find something, but then it does something with that something, so you know it actually did find it. I think it's a whether it's done on the client or the server thing, but again, it's multicast, so whatever error it's reporting it from might just be some actor that has no relevancy, maybe one of the characters that's out here, and so it's just like, oh, we can't find it. I don't know. Anyway, that's a shadow. There's also some reflection going on from there. That's why you see the light reflecting off it. Looks kind of cool. Who's this, avian? Yeah. Weird. How are you chatting if the YouTube video isn't working? That's so weird. Hey, look at that. What happened with her? Why was she floating? That was strange. Anyway, I load in here, I see this stuff. Oh, let me get some clothes on. You see it in the server, and you see it on the other client here. I can tilt down. Yeah, there we go. Ta-da. Oh yeah. And see, it does the stuff where it looks like it wants to fall through the ground, but I've made it re-teleport to the last place it was. So there might be some instances where it bugs out. But so far so good. Like, these are just catches. Things you have to write in to stop the bug from happening. So, let me get this falchion, let me get that falchion. I'll drop one of them. Oop, wait, there it is. So now we have one falchion on the ground, one bag on the ground. Everyone's holding something. Uh-oh. Error. Yep, total error. Wow. That stopped even my items from loading on my character that I was wearing. So this is why I didn't want to work on anything today. Because... I think this is the... Yep. Yeah. It's got to be the if it's not valid thing. So one of the items being destroyed, I guess, is valid. It's not a valid item. I don't know. The alternative is to not plug it in there, and then that one item just goes back to its original position. Oops. What am I doing to it? Alright. Let's do a little bit of... I'll just unplug that. Okay. Let me just see what happens now. It might have, like... Oh! Hey, look at that! Those items are back. Put it on my inventory. And we didn't get an error. Funny. I'll try joining as another character. See if those guys' items are back. Weird. So I guess what happened was when that node was plugged in, that caused my inventory to unload on here. So, but it's weird that it's not giving me an error. I guess there would be no error. Or what's weirder is that it's not doing what originally happened, where the item would pop back to its original spawning start location. It's not just hiding over here somewhere, is it? It would be over here. That one has a weird position, but that's no biggie. So let me do one more testaroo. Nothing but playtests. New characters. This will be... I'm gonna sign off after this. I have a nice little short video to show off some stuff. I like that Moon Elf hair colors the most, to be honest. I have a feeling it'd be a very popular choice in this game. Moon, star, and planet. Let's just do a bunch of elves. that pop in while you're inside a building is really obnoxious, though. That's something, that's a primary concern when I get back. This one will have moon-colored hair. It's a little greenish, green-blue. I really like that. It's a nice aesthetic that I made there, I must say. Oh, but there's this character. I love how when you see stuff happening in the background while I'm playing as another client, so you know that there's no weird errors happening, like if two people are doing something like at more or less the exact same time. Hair color. Star. Let's make it a sun elf. Contrast. Also, as you notice, I have some windows open, and when I respawn here, they'll disappear, and correctly, I can load them up again. So that's another big error that I was getting for a while. I managed to fix that. Alright, girls. Let's pick up some stuff here. I haven't programmed most of the left-hand stuff yet, because it's just the same thing. I just want to get it right before I copy and paste. So a client dropped sword. Just picking stuff up and dropping it randomly. Equip that. Pick up another bag. How many things are there? 2 on the ground and 1 picked up by one of these ladies. Alright, now who's who? This is 3. I can quit as 3. This is 1. That's a server. This is 2. Quit on 2. Quit on 3. 1. Whatever. So, one more quick test. Yeah. That works. And any errors down here? Yeah, just the elf spawner thing. The last, oh, this is still a current running playthrough. That's right, I just quit. I didn't close the application, so it's still running in terms of the editor. So that error was from creation. Only one of them triggered it, though. That's the weirdest part. Or maybe they each, nope, emitter, sound, and then, I mean, controller. It's not gonna let me look at that. Anyway, cool beans, eh? Oh wait, there's 3 on the ground. Did nobody pick one up before? I guess that's what happened. We dropped them all. I thought one of them was holding one. I might have been wrong. The game might be wrong. Let's all pick up a sword now. And there's a dropped bag over there. There should be 1 bag, and we should all have a bunch of swords. This is the server. This is 3. Okay. 2, 1. I'll just keep it running. Host. 1 bag. I'm carrying a sword. I'm gonna drop this bag. And quit. I'm gonna close down. And reload. Yeah. So I'm gonna have another jam with this guy today, by the way, in a couple hours. Really talented. Wish we had like more than 1 person coming over at a time, but this is a totally different dude than the last couple jams who was on base, and the 2 of them. You see the sword was there for a moment while it was running the world save operations. I'll probably have to put like a, again, like the loading screen, basically, just to hide the fact that things are happening. That's no biggie. And maybe there'll be an option called bypass loading screen. I don't know about that though. Alright, so that's basically it for today. I'm not trying to program or code anything, because I'm leaving on a trip tomorrow. Check out my movie, engramsmovie.com. You know, engrams, like in the video games, it's a mental thing. It's like the physical imprint of memory in the brain. Actually, let's put you on this character. This is the hair color, more or less, one of the characters. And actually, hers is purple, so none of these characters have purple, really. I guess that's purple, actually. This one. So, in honor of Sam, the purple-haired wig girl in my movie. Yeah, so that's stuff. It works, more or less. Maybe I'll review this video while I'm gone. And just see what I have to do when I get back. Wish me luck and stuff, eh? Oh, wait, shouldn't I have a sword? Oh, it's on my left hand. I can't do anything with that. 2 swords in the ground. 2 swords in the ground. Around the outside, around the outside. So, good times. Thanks for checking in. Too bad you couldn't see anything, Mike. Maybe later on, when it's up, you can be like, oh, that's what he was talking about. So, yeah, I feel pretty good about that. And this time, as you can see, no errors. So we'll just pretend no errors at all. Do a quick save all. I didn't do anything. Take care, everybody. Have a good ones. I like this song.